Hello everybody, to Toy Story 4. I despise Toy Story 4, and after the recent release of Toy Story 5, I thought it would be time to explain myself and explain my disdain for this fourth installment. Let me start off by saying Toy Story 3 was the perfect ending. Toy Story 5 should have been Toy Story 4. I think the way that you do bring the toys back is you wait for a real world issue and then you use the toys to talk about that issue. Toy Story 4 is just a story that's meaningless. It has nothing to say. There's no great big theme. It was unnecessary. People that defend it say that Toy Story 4, I'm okay with Toy Story 4 because it was the ending to Woody's story. I'm sorry. What do you mean it was the ending to Woody's story? Toy Story 3 was the ending to Woody and all the toys' story. Woody deciding to be a lost toy is completely out of character. The whole franchise up until 4 made being a lost toy seem like the end of the world. And Woody hated being a lost toy. He hated the idea of it in 1, and he only now comes around to it in 4 because the story needs him to.
Oh, the lost toy.
He decides to leave Bonnie, but that's just not what Woody would do. Because all the way back in Toy Story 1, what does Woody say?
It doesn't matter how much we're played with. Matters is that we're here for Andy when he needs us.
So, Woody from Toy Story 1, with that mindset, would stay for Bonnie, because if Bonnie's still not playing with him, then he would still be there, because she'd need him eventually. Also, the writers, again, Toy Story 4 is just so everything happens because we need it to. In Toy Story 3, Woody is Bonnie's favourite toy. And when you have a favourite toy as a kid, you don't tend to forget about it, if you know what I mean. Andy never forgot about Woody in the original trilogy. Bonnie has a fixation on Woody as the cowboy. She calls him my cowboy. She has a fixation with him. He's one of her favourites. And when you have a favourite toy, you don't forget. And so this is why Woody not being her favourite toy in 4 doesn't seem true to real life. Toys like Ham, Slinky and Rex and Potato Head get no screen time in this film because this is an unnecessary story and the writers couldn't find any way to write them into it. And so they're just there, not even as background characters, they're just there as like ornaments. They are really not a part of this movie. Not even Bonnie's toys. Like Dolly has about 3 lines in this film. Buttercup, I don't even know if he says anything. Mr. Pricklepants says nothing. So it's literally just a Woody story. This shouldn't be called a Toy Story movie. And the new characters that are introduced, the only interesting one is Duke Kaboom. He had a great backstory, a great tragedy. Ducky and Bunny, they go from wanting a kid when they meet Buzz, and there was really no proper explanation as to why they don't end up with Bonnie at the end. I don't know, maybe they got the rush for the lost toy life. But there's nothing in the story where Ducky and Bunny really switch motivations, clearly. It's just 1 minute, we want a kid. Next minute, oh, we're going to be lost toys too. Like I always do, I will praise this film's animation. It is the most beautiful looking Toy Story movie out of the 5. I think it's one of the most beautifully animated movies from Pixar and just in general. It is wonderful. Gabby, good villain. I got very sad when the girl chucked her away when she didn't want her, even though she had Woody's voice box. That was some good stuff. I liked that. Forky coming to life, the explanation, although it's not really delved into that much. And Josh Cooley said that would be a big part of Toy Story 4, what makes a toy have life. And it's it's established in this franchise that love brings a toy to life. Forky was great. His dilemma with trash, I think, is really funny, but I think it's heavily overplayed. Like, it gets stale after a while. Buzz Lightyear, listen, guys, what did they do to my Buzz? Buzz in Toy Story 2 is a hero. He thinks for himself, and he is the action hero. He is the guy that knows what to do when no one else does. When the toys are about to be burned alive in 3, Jessie looked over at Buzz and said,
Buzz! What do we do?
Buzz does not need this inner voice plotline. People are saying that they dumbed Buzz down. When Buzz isn't an action man, an action hero, he can be quite easy. No, he's not really equipped socially, and he's a bit of a dark horse.
In just a few hours, you'll be sitting around a campfire with Andy making delicious hot schmoes.
So I don't mind him being socially awkward inadvertently, but to dumb him down and make him listen to an inner voice when he's never listened to anything like that in the previous 3 films is just completely stupid and silly. And the ending is just a slap in the face. It's a big end to try and pull heartstrings and do something shocking, and they do. I cry every time I watch it. Not happy tears. I cry because I think about how they've massacred my boy Woody. The toys go up to say goodbye. Slinky would never be willing to see Woody go. They all just accept it. He hugs with Buzz. There's no meaning behind it. There's no oomph because it's undeserved. And it goes against everything the franchise has taught us up to this point. Again, Toy Story 4, my biggest problem is that it's unnecessary and things just happen in this movie because the writers need it to. They break their own rules. And it's infuriating and it's extremely frustrating. And I think that's what I'd call Toy Story 4. It's frustrating. The toys really bend the rules about where they can be seen and that. But guys, I know a lot of you are going to fight with me on this. What do you think of Toy Story 4? Do you like it? Honestly, the trailer really bigged it up. When I watched the trailer, originally I was like, oh my god, this is going to be peak.
Aren't we going to Bonnie?
I look back on Toy Story 4 and I pretend it never happened. Even Toy Story 5 pretends it never happens, which is even funnier. Guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. To infinity